going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save me.
Well, we are back again on this particular topic of women being perceived gold diggers. Bishop started hitting up and we wanted him to stop so that we could continue. Bishop, we want to start with the story you read. We want to hear the story again.
Yeah, you see, Gordon Nathaniel, a talk show host in the US, made an observation that in 2014, 100 wealthiest women that were sampled, out of the 100, only 2 made their wealth through their skill, their hard work. The remaining 98, they made their wealth through divorce. Through divorce.
That's so revealing.
Okay. It was told a story about a lady, 36 years old, a cleaner in a hotel, took the used condom which contained the sperm of a billionaire, a tech billionaire, or a tech millionaire, whichever, 24 years old, took the sperm, inserted it in herself, became pregnant, at the age of 40, brought the boy, 4 years old child, to the man and said, "You fathered this boy," for crying out loud. He didn't have sex with you, he doesn't even know you, and yet, this is it. Taken to the court, it was determined that truly you are the father. How come? Before long, child support, he would have to take care and the rest like that. What did he do wrong? Because the woman knows, the cleaner knows that this is a wealthy guy. Unfortunately, I told a story about a guy, a basketball player by name Scottie Pippen. At a point in time, they had their challenges, and the woman, the wife, divorced him, took half of whatever he would take according to the law. Then later, the woman was found dating Michael Jordan's son, who is older than her firstborn. What is she looking for? Now, one will say, but love, excuse me, love knows no age. One will want to say that. Yes, I can agree. But you look at it. Why Michael Jordan's son? Michael Jordan is a very wealthy guy, so his family, his children, definitely will be wealthy. Why not? Shaquille O'Neal. Go look at what he went through. The whilst he was making the money, the wife was using it to do well on her side and with her family. Wrecking the guy, doing all that. It's just unfortunate. You can count and count and count, right? Now today the story of Hakimi had come and people are raising eyebrows. I'm sorry. The guy is just being smart that no. This is the move of the women. The next moment they take offense and then they wreck you. They take off your thing. Have you heard the story of Ebue?
Yeah.
The Ivorian player?
Yeah.
Go check his story.
Everything.
He lost everything, I am told. He lost everything, I am told.
And that's so sad.
Because of marriage, because of woman. Now you hear all these things. You think the men will not look sharp now? So if anybody stands somewhere and want to use prophecy, I am sorry, maybe you don't know.
That okay. In this our day and age and then craze of prophecy, spiritual, could it be spiritual?
I'm sorry, there's nothing spiritual here.
Could it be spiritual?
I'm a man of God. Let's cut down on that. You see, Africans, the blacks, we easily want to apportion blame, and we want to. It's a lazy approach to solving problems. When we blame the devil, okay, it is the devil. Let us just pray. When we put it on the spirit, oh, it is the spirit. So let us pray. Then we will not tackle the problem headlong, looking at the individuals in question. That you have a psychological problem, it needs to be solved. That you have a bad character, it needs to be checked. That your mindset, your mentality is warped and it must be corrected. We will not look at that and we just blame this and then listen, when we do that, there is the God part. Leave it for God to do. But there is the man part. Man has to do with himself. We would have to come to terms and stop some of these things. This game playing like a charade or whatever we want to call it. And then we blame the spirit, we want to blame the devil. People have bad characters. They have bad orientation. People have not been trained well to be very responsible. People do not even know love. And you are going to blame the spirit? They don't know love. They are not responsible. They don't understand love. They don't know what it is. They are following after their taste and preferences. They are following after feelings and infatuations. And then you come and blame the demon for what? Does the fellow know what love is? You don't even know. You play the game according to the rules. You don't know it. Then you blame the devil. We've been blaming the devil till today. What has changed?
But Bishop, what could bring about all these things? We know women to be this emotional, they have empathy, they have sympathy. Why have women told this line?
Oh, for a few reasons. I can name 2 or 3.
Okay.
One, over the years, men have destroyed women.
What happened to forgiveness?
Unfortunately, we don't even know love. So some of these things will come. Men have maltreated women, ill-treated women, molested women, used and abused women. Now let us not run away from that. Men have been irresponsible over the period and have wrecked women and have put women into a tight corner. That's what we are seeing today, the results. So we shouldn't be surprised. Because for how long will women keep suffering? You impregnate them, you leave them. You run away, you go impregnate another person, you leave them, and then you are just a donor. You are just spreading. You are not responsible. Then you leave the responsibility of taking care of the child, the children, on the women. Then you mess up their life. They are struggling to feed the people. Their strength is waning. Their beauty wanes. Everything about them wanes. Their life, I mean, it's so bad and very unfortunate. And then because of that, the next problem is the women themselves begin to pollute their children, especially the female child, to be very careful. So out of that pollution and out of that training, the women come already suspecting men. The women grow up and they know men are bad. Men cannot be this, men cannot be relied on, men cannot be that, men cannot be that, and the rest like that. Men cannot be trusted. I hear that a lot and I laugh. Women, can you be trusted? But that is the training. Okay, that's the training. Then the third thing I realize is the time and setting we are in. Women today do not want to suffer. They will use what they got to get what they want. Because they've learned from other people that they have used their beauty to achieve and to attain. Therefore, if I have beauty, if I have the shape and the size, I know what men want. I have it. I carry it. I'm living it. So let me present it and get what I want from them. So the mindset of our day now is making property, is making wealth. It's not about falling in love. It's not about being loved. It's about making wealth. Because if you have wealth, then you can take anything, you can have anything, you can acquire anything and everything. So it's all about just the pleasure, no responsibility. Today, the typical woman is shifting, or the typical man, in fact, everybody is shifting from being responsible to just having pleasure and having fun. That is where we find ourselves in, and that is what is making all these things to be happening.
Bishop,
unfortunately.
In my line of work, I've come across certain ladies, nice ladies, very intelligent, but they don't want to work. You ask them, what do you want to do? They said they doesn't know what to do. But if you tell them, okay, why don't you sell this? I can't do it. Why don't you do this? I can't do this. A lady told me that I'm just worrying myself working because when she enters 1, 2, 3, 4 places, the money I'll earn in a year, she'll earn it in a second.
Easy life.
Could it be psychological? We are saying women are coming into relationships now because of wealth. What are the men coming for?
Unfortunately, Akuda, unfortunately,
what do the men come for?
It is what it is. It is what it is. Everybody is now playing game. So the winner takes the day. Unfortunately.
Bishop, what's your advice? Because our time is almost up.
It is what it is. Be careful. Whoever you're going to date, whoever you're going to fall in love with, you need to be careful because I'm telling you, people are playing games now. What we call love is not love. What we call care is not care. It is hypocrisy, it is deception, and that is the order of the day. I can only warn and advise. Let's be careful. And to those who are into such acts, where all they think about is easy life, fun, pleasure, it will not end you well. Let's be careful and change.
Bishop says it will not end you well. All too soon, our time is up. We want to say shout outs to Beam Light Movement, Akuda Talk Show, Akuda Foundation, Licious Beauty Parlor, Joy Impartation Ministry, and then our Akuda Special Sobolo. Get one for yourself. Get a life. Get work for yourself. Don't be a gold digger. Bye bye.
I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save me.